At Manhattan University, a graduate degree is not out of reach. You'll gain real-world skills, credentials employers value, and connections to New York City's top companies. Choose from their new Master of Science degrees in healthcare informatics, digital marketing and analytics, business analytics, or financial analytics, all built around hands-on learning and industry partnerships. Graduate ready to lead, not just work. Take the next step at manhattan.edu/graduate. Manhattan University. Lead the future.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War, addressing the nation as we speak, giving us the updates on U.S. strikes on Iran. I woke up Saturday morning about 6, just in time to see this guy, the man, the greatest, Sean Hannity, on Fox News. Sean's on about 800. That's a real number. Not kidding. About 800 radio stations across the country. And, of course, his 9 p.m. weeknight show on Fox News has become the industry standard. He's a great friend of mine, just a brilliant guy, and he knows how to make money. That's a big thing. And Trump loves him. So here he is, Sean Hannity. Sean, good morning, buddy. How are you?
I'm laughing. I'm listening to Joe Nolan. Alternate side of the street parking. I'm like, you're in the only part of the country that has a clue what alternate side of the street parking is. And I'm like, listening to that report, I'm like, oh, that sucks.
I know.
Oh, let me get my ass out of bed. Let me go move the car across the other street, and everyone else is doing it at the same time.
You're funny. You know, I had Congressman Randy Fine on about an hour ago, and he's down in Florida too, and he's got New York roots, and all you guys are the same. You're so happy now, and you hear all this New York. We still have plenty of snow out here too, mind you, Sean. Plenty of ice all over the streets.
What do you want me to say? I'm sorry. How about this? Make your show national.
Right.
Talk to your boss, Castamatidis,
Right.
Syndicate it across the country, and make him pay you 4 times what he's paying you. You're underpaid to begin with.
I like this.
Let's start there.
Okay.
And if you want me to represent you, I'll be glad to. I have a good relationship with him. Love Gristides. I don't want Mamdani, Marxist Marxist Mamdani and his commie ways taking over, the grocery store business.
Right.
But I know what's more important. Donald Trump is the most consequential, transformational figure in history. And, there might be some people that are wringing their hands and why did we do this? If I have to spend a lot of time explaining to you, meaning anybody in your audience, and I don't think I have to explain it to a lot of people, why Iran can't have a nuclear weapon, and that was the only thing that they had to agree to, and they refused to agree to it, even after what happened with Operation Midnight Hammer, then I really don't. You're not worth the breath coming out of my mouth to have to explain why this death cult, death to Israel, death to America, number one state sponsor of terror, can't have nuclear weapons. And we have an opportunity and had an opportunity now to destroy it. They were slaughtering their own people. And, God bless Donald Trump. God bless our incredible military, our prayers with the families that lost loved ones. It is anytime you use the military, it is a dangerous thing to do. But this could have been over time. Where would we be a year from now? Sid, where would we be 2 years from now? Where would we be 5 and 10 years from now? We'd probably be in a place like we are with North Korea, where you have a lunatic that has Little Rocket Man, that has nuclear weapons, and at any point can cause a real existential crisis to the world. We couldn't risk it. We had a moment of opportunity, and partnering with our friends in Israel, we took it out. And, with all of my confidence in our military, I never imagined Ali Khamenei and 40 of his top officials in the first 30 seconds wiped out.
Yeah.
I mean, It was spectacular.
Yeah, but when you say our military, we did carry it out, yes. And this is an argument I get into with the anti-Semites all the time, who are saying
Why do you bother talking to them?
I shouldn't. You're right. I shouldn't.
They're ignorant.
They're
dumb.
They're ignorant and they're hateful and they are dumb. But the reason why it was made so easy for us, as you know, Sean Hannity, was in fact the Israeli intelligence. They're the ones who actually pinpointed exactly where Khomeini was with the other 40 guys. And that's the type of stuff that Bibi and Israel provides us with every day.
Well, actually, if we're going to be technically right, it was Israel that took out Khomeini and the 40 people.
That's right.
And it was a combination of IDF, Israeli intelligence community, and our CIA, our intelligence communities. Listen, my sources have been telling me, they just like with Soleimani, they tracked Soleimani for weeks and watched him. They had eyes on him when he got on that commercial airplane. They could have easily taken him out of the sky, but they would have killed innocent people. Nope, we respect human life. We waited for him to land. We had eyes on the ground. We marked. We had on-site identification. Boom, pinpoint precision took him out. And this is where maybe the Trump doctrine is misunderstood. I agree with the Trump doctrine. We can't go back to what was going on in Iraq and Afghanistan. We can't put our national treasure on the ground and stepping over IEDs with no up-armored Humvees. But with the advancement of with military technology and medical also, actually, but with military technology, we don't have to do that anymore. And I've been saying forever, future wars are going to be fought in air-conditioned offices.
That's right.
And it's happening before our eyes.
That's true.
So thank God we don't have to send in our treasure. But here's the best part. What is the Trump doctrine? He wiped out the ISIS caliphate. He wiped out Soleimani on that tarmac. He beat back Baghdadi and associates. He dropped the mother of all bombs in Afghanistan, took out Iran's nuclear sites, and we now had to go back and finish the job because they were reconstituting their ballistic missile systems and their nuclear program. And President Trump was very clear, Trump doctrine, radical Islamo-fascist extremists that chant death to America, death to Israel, can't have a nuclear weapon. Now, if you're one of these dumb, dopey, New York City protesters that can't wrap your liberal mind about that, I don't give a Adam Schiff. I don't care. Because you're really stupid.
No, listen, I agree, but there has been a couple of Trump supporters, I hope they're listening, that have come to me and said, but wait a second. President Trump promised new wars, and I try to explain to them, wait a second, this isn't a new war. Iran started this war 47 years ago. Trump finally has the balls to finish it. It's not a war that we started. We're just finishing it. Is that fair to say?
No, and the president did a very good job laying out the history of a cult of death that these, the supreme leader, these mullahs in Iran represented, and the Americans that were killed from Beirut all the way through Iraq, and the terror that's been fomented in the area and around the world. We had two would-be Iranian assassins against Donald Trump in this country. And the president, look, we have to look. And I wrote a whole book in 2004 called Deliver Us from Evil, Defeating Terrorism, Despotism, and Liberalism. Because if you don't win the political battle, you can't implement the policies that can beat back terrorists and despots. And what I was saying in that book, Sid, was if you look at the last century alone, my father fought 4 years in the Pacific after Pearl Harbor. If you look at those that slammed the beaches of Normandy, but look through that century and what do we see between Mao, China, Stalin, Russia, Hitler, Germany, Mussolini, fascism, Pol Pot, the killing fields, Tojo, Japan. You see estimated over 100 million human souls are dead. Now, are we going to learn the lessons of history and act preemptively, or are we going to sit on our hands and hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil? Donald Trump, for those that are surprised or say they're surprised, wake up. What did he do in the first term? Wiping out the ISIS caliphate that Obama allowed to build. He did that. He took out Soleimani, the world's worst terrorist. He took out Baghdadi. He took out, He dropped the mother of all bombs in Afghanistan. Everything he is doing is consistent with everything he said he would do. No boots on the ground, no forever wars. We're getting the hell out of there. And by the time this is all said and done, I'll bet you any amount of money, Sid, although I probably can't have the bet with your boss. I think he has more money than me. Although he should put more in your pocket. I'm just saying. I want to negotiate on your behalf. Will you work that out for me?
Of course.
But the best part is that now we don't have to worry about it anymore. And now the terrorists in the region, they have been fomenting terror. You've got Hamas in Gaza, Hezbollah in Lebanon, the Houthi rebels, and on and on and on. And now that threat is gone. I mean, we've always forever got to be vigilant. In the city where you are broadcasting from, I will never forget 9/11/01 and 2,977 of our fellow Americans and many more after from 9/11 related illness died because of radical Islamic terrorists. They have been at war with us. That was the conclusion of the 9/11 report. We weren't at war with them. Donald Trump is recognizing future threats, and he's neutralizing them now so that our children and grandchildren don't have to deal with it. Hate to tell you, this thing is over. Now, are there going to be radicals that pop their head up? Sure, but the minute they do and we discover who they are and where they are, I don't think they're going to survive very long, do you?
No, I don't. I mean, we're going to see maybe some more of what we saw in Austin, Texas this weekend here in the United States, a lone wolf maniac from Senegal who decided to shoot up a crowded bar. But I think what Trump and Bibi are doing should have happened a long, long time ago. That's the bottom line. You talked about all the things he's done before. They are literally saving the world. Now, I know you got a busy day today, Sean, because...
I'm going to add one thing, though.
Yes.
I've known Bibi for 30 years. I've known Trump for 30 years. There have not been two greater leaders this moment in history that we're witnessing and living through.
Agreed.
That have had the moral clarity and understanding how to make the world a safer place. I'm going to add one last thing. Europe disgusts me. Our European allies disgust me. They've neglected their national security interests, both for their own countries and for their own continent. They have embraced wokeism. They have embraced climate alarmism. They have embraced socialism. And the worst thing that they have done is they've had unfettered immigration without assimilation. Did you ever think that Great Britain would have 85 Sharia courts?
Never.
Did you ever think that there'd be no-go zones in parts of Europe? Because there are.
They're all gross. France, Germany, every one of them has disappointed us. Yeah, all of them.
Starmer is no Winston Churchill. No,
not even close. Hey, Sean, tell me this before you run. You've got you've got the massive radio show, like 1,000 markets. You got the big time Fox News show, 9:00 every night. We all watch it. And are you unveiling your brand new podcast today?
It was scheduled to launch tomorrow, but I think in light of the news that's going on, we may just delay the launch. We've got some really cool guests lined up. It's going to be a lot of fun. One day when, hopefully we can headquarter you down here, which is where you should be headquartered, where you used to be headquartered.
Yep.
And so everybody else goes in one direction. Now, Sid, he goes in the opposite direction.
I know. Believe
Everyone
me.
else is coming down to where you used to live, and now you're going back up.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's a sign that you went the wrong way.
I was the only person on 95 North, and it was packed the other way. And I know Rick Scott tells me this. I know. I'm coming back. Trust me. I love it down there, too. It's gorgeous, and this city is an absolute mess. Sean Hannity, I couldn't love you any more than I do.
Matidis, give me a call. I'm renegotiating your deal.
Thank you, Sean. I love you, man. Thank you so much.
Brother.
That's
Bye.
a great appearance. Thank you. The great Sean Hannity right here on Sid and Friends in the Morning. We'll take a short break. There's still lots more to do, including the aforementioned great John Katzmatidis. He's going to stop by. Alex Trayman, JNS.org, will be live in Jerusalem. And we're also going to talk to maybe the most famous Persian in the country. That's right, the most famous Persian in the country, from Iran and from the Bravo channel, the huge star Reza Farahan. All that is still coming up on this Monday morning Sid and Friends in the morning.
Rural Americans deserve access to the best of what our country has to offer, especially health care. Across every state, every community, America's rural hospitals are the first line of defense, protecting our families, neighbors, and loved ones. No matter where you live, hospital care doesn't clock out. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Each year, America's over 5,000 hospitals care for millions of patients, providing 24/7 emergency care, delivering babies, cancer treatments, and other life-saving care that patients rely on. Behind every one of those patients are doctors, nurses, and caregivers working tirelessly to keep people healthy and safe. Hospitals are our community's lifelines. They employ our neighbors and keep our families healthy. But now, some in Congress are threatening access to care. Tell Congress, protect patient care to keep America strong. Don't cut rural health care.